Okay, and the most critical thing that we've been doing around the office, and this will show you the various fields. I'm going to click the edit screen. And these are the fields we keep about each nominee. Naturally, I've loaded up one that's empty. Let me have a form, and I'm going to go to record number 35. Let's see, maybe I got record. Okay, that's an older one, but it might be. Okay, here's one we've got information on. Thank you. Thanks for the patience. Okay, this is the person. These are the fields that are storing the nominee information. So James Mojo Hollowell was nominated, and I've always had to be real careful with staff that they used a single quote here, because you know what double quotes does when you export. And then here's their name, here's their address. So they've been nominated. Earlier, or in one of the other things I'll talk to you about flagged, you can actually flag individual people. And then if we have somebody that we've lost record information on, we can flag that so that when we do mailing labels, we don't get bad addresses. Frequently, our nominees to the Hall of Fame are deceased. So we have someone as an acceptor who's going to be at the banquet to accept for them. And that way we can communicate with them. And the third name field we have is who's actually nominating the person. And this is the person that will probably be key in the submission of this information. You'll notice that a lot of our old ones don't have email. Obviously, if we go to web-based situations, we have to have the email address or it's not going to work. Down here under the nomination status, we have to be able to flag if they're eligible, when their nomination expires, because they have 5 years from the date the nomination comes in, and we could probably automate that piece, because I can give you a formula to use based on what date they turn it in. We have to know their birthday and if they're deceased. And if they're either deceased or 65 years old or older, we automatically flag them as a senior, which is this category. We have to have a certain number of seniors in each induction class. Same thing for a minority and same thing for a female. Our state is divided into 16 regions, and number-wise, from 1 in the west to 16 in the east. They can have up to 2 regions that they represent, and that would be a field the nominator would fill in, or we could override, and because we have to have certain numbers from each, quote, section of the state. And I can tell you how that works a little bit more when we get into the coding. Then the category information: are they being nominated as a coach? Are they being nominated as a player, an official, or contributor? Are they retired? Because normally coaches have to be out 3 years. Players have to be out 10 before they can be nominated. But retired overrides the 3. If they retire, they automatically become eligible. Then we ask for their at least 1, if not 2, schools that they've represented. For the players, we want a graduation year. And then the bottom piece we handle. That's something the user would not see, the person nominating would not see. And that if the screening committee has screened them in what year, because they have 3 years from that point. Were they selected for induction? Did they decline induction? We've had a couple of those. When were they inducted? The votes piece here we've never used. I'll share with you how we do the voting, and I think we can code that as well. There are also 3 that DBase has a memo field. I believe that MySQL uses a VAR/CHAR field. That's what these are. This is going to be the difficult part of transition, because I need you to bring these in. But I'll try to work with you on trying to find a way to convert these old DBase. But this is the description. We need that to be fairly lengthy that people can put in there. Then our SID will create the text for the news release, and also we'll create the text for the plaque. Now, a lot of times these two will be the same, but we just need to have virtually unlimited what we can add in there. And if you look through the data once you get it, there's a wide variety of information that we've gotten, including some in the database are very old and we didn't have a lot of support material.